Hi, my name's Justin Willoughby. I work at W2 Auction Solutions. W2 Auction Solutions was created for auction houses to be able to create their own custom auction house website and online auction service. In addition to that, they're going to be able to use the live auction software, live auction clerking software, and in addition to that, there'll be a simulcast software. So eventually, this will all tie together into one working machine, and it is completely customizable to make it look how you want for your website and make you feel like a unique and new auction company.
W2 Auction Solutions platform was developed with the phone in mind. You are able to do everything from your phone. With statistics, most people bid and purchase things on their phone these days, so we wanted to make sure that it was phone friendly. It is the same speed and reliability on your phone as it is on your desktop computer.
I am going to show you all how to set up your new auction company once you have decided to use W2 Auction Solutions. As you can see, I've set up kind of a blank canvas here. I'm about to log in. I just got granted my auction company privileges, so I'm going to go ahead and log in here, and if you'll notice over here to the left hand side of the bar, things are going to change a little bit here. So once I log in, I'm going to not save this for now, but you can save your password, that way it'll be saved for you in the future. But as you can see here, pretty blank right now. This is what your company will default to once you do this. This page here is completely editable. You can change it to look and feel however you want it to be. So we're going to do that here in just a bit. But as you can see now, you have this whole new deal. You have this admin side of things. So this is if you were going to have a bunch of separate companies that would come in and sell through you to sell their products. You could add them in here so they would have limited rights to be able to build their auctions. Now, as the auction company owner, you would still they would not have the rights to add an auction. You would still hold those rights. This is where you can add auctions right here in the auctions. This is settings. So this is how you're gonna make your whole auction, all your default load-ins of terms and conditions, how you want your colors and things to look, where you add your logo, all the things that kind of run your auction company. You're gonna start here in settings. We'll come back to that first in here in just a second. Here is where you can see a list of all the users that have registered for your site. That's where you do that. Pages is where you can add more information under these already default things. Under consigners here, you could add in a trucking tab or just a general information tab, and we'll do that here in just a little bit. After that, here's reports, so you can pull reports of users by interests that you will set up here in settings here in a second, and that'll pull like an email list that you could use in like Constant Contact or something to push out sales that you're having in the future. Accounting, just like what you would think it would be, you can search through the accounting tab for invoices of buyers to see who's paid, who hasn't paid, what people have bought in the past, and things of that such. And then in the logs is where you can pull information such as all the way down to the time, the IP address, where that person put in a bid from. Everything that happens on the site is going to be saved into your logs. So here, let's go back to the beginning here, and we'll go back to the settings here like we had said we'd go to. So when you called in and you set up your auction company with us, we set up your profile for you. Now, this is completely editable at all times for you. If you wanted to change the name of your company, all you'd have to do here is go click here, and then you just say, I didn't want it to be Justin's Auction House anymore, I just want it to be Justin's Auctions. So now all I need to do is click that, and then I'll update there. In addition to that, it'll update here after we refresh it. So let's refresh here. Okay, So I changed it here to Justin's Auctions. Say my address needs changed, same thing, you can change that here. We're not going to do any changes there right now. Say I needed to change the phone number, we changed the office number to a different number, and we wanted it to be this now. We can just update that there. These are the, so we're in the demo site, that's why we have the .w2 auctions demo. So if in a real auction house setting, you'd be either probably justinsauctionhouse.com or justinsauctionhouse.com. And you could you can add as many of those in as you want, but you'll have to ask us to do that for you. So that's your main auction company profile. Now, auction categories is going to be what drops down over here to the left under auctions. So right now we just have categories because we don't have anything in there. So let's add a few categories. So let's add in trucks. We'll put trucks. Say we want trucks to have this red logo here. We can go pull an icon of a truck. Let's see if we can just find truck here. There, we got a truck there, so we'll select truck. And then if we save that there, now we got a truck. Now, as you can see over here, now we have trucks. Now, we'll add a couple more, and we'll do tractors. And we'll make the tractor blue. I don't think we have a tractor icon. So let's go find an icon we can use for tractor through here. As you can see, there's many options to choose from. Really, it's up to you. We'll just go find something random here to put in there. We'll just throw this fire hydrant thing right there, or fire extinguisher, pardon me. So we'll have that one there. And then let's see, what else did we grab pictures of? We'll just do a car option as well. So let's add a car, and we'll make that one black, and we'll find the car. Oops. We'll grab that one, and we'll save that one. So now we have 3 different categories, and as you can see over here, now we have 3 different categories. And they each have their own logo, and if you click into these, this is what will take you to what you'll set as your car auctions, or your tractor auctions, or your truck auctions. This will be selected when you build an auction so that it can filter down to people, so it makes it easier for people to find them. It also improves your searchability, and then you'll also be able to, within an auction, be able to search down to a specific type of car, or a specific type of tractor, and that kind of thing. So going back to this, now within cars we can put in custom fields. So if I wanted to know color of the car, and that way when we fill out that auction item, we can say the color, or we can do the make of the car. And we could make that a drop down. Say we only sell certain types of cars. We only sell Fords, and we sell Fords and Chevrolets. So we saved those, but I want the Fords first for some reason. I put that there. So I'm finished editing that, and I got those 2 custom fields. But I wanted to come back in and make another one. So let's save that one. We'll add, and we'll do model as well. That way we have 3 things to kind of work with there. And you can do the same things with tractors and trucks. We'll just do cars for now. But you can add as many of those or as little of those as you want. Oh, and to bring that back, as you can see, you can turn these on and off depending on time of year. You don't sell very many cars. You can turn the whole cars on off. Or you want to you're selling more than just Fords and Chevys, and you wanted to take that one off, and you wanted to add another make column that's a text box so you can fill it. Now you have Well, it wouldn't. So let's do. Sorry, we have to make type because we can't have two of the things named the same. So we'll have make type there, but we'll turn that one off for now. So because we have the drop down for now. So we're finished editing that. So we added our auction categories. Auction questions is next. So auction questions is so when someone goes in to bid for the very first time in a sale, they'll pop up a box asking them if they agree to the terms and conditions of the sale. In addition to that, you can add as many questions they are required to answer before their first bid. So say you want to know, how would you like to pay? Add that in there. You can make that either a text box, or you can make it where they have to select. So you can say you only have the options of credit card or electronic check, or they could pay by cash, depending, and then they have to choose one of these options. So another question you could say is, how would you like your vehicle? Who would you like your vehicle titled to? And then you can leave that as text, and they can fill out their name. So we'll save that there. Now, these are your blanket terms and conditions that will, to move on from auction questions, we'll move on to terms and conditions now. So these are the blanket terms and conditions that will automatically load into an auction once you build it. Now, each auction has a box down at the bottom of it where you can edit these terms and conditions to be whatever you want for that specific sale. So in here, we'll just put test terms and conditions for now. Go down here, we'll save it. And then that's all you really need to know for that one. So to go further into settings, these are your search engine optimization tabs. So to move yourself higher up in Google searches, adding specific keywords into these can help you move up in those Google searches. So we'll put, for this one will be like a description of your website. So this one will say, here at Justin's auction house, we sell the best vehicles around. And this one is the keywords I was talking about before. So we'll say trucks, cars, tractors. Alright, and then we can save those settings. So social media. So say you have a Facebook page or a Twitter page or Instagram or any of the following of these. You could put your link in here, and it'll pop up right down here in a button form. So I'm going to go ahead and just do www.google.com for now, just to show you where that'll pop up. And we'll just put those in all of these. And then once we save those, let that bar load all the way. We scroll down here. Now you see we have all of these. And if we click these, it'll take us to Google right now. But if you had your Facebook, put in there your Twitter, your Instagram, YouTube, Google Plus, or LinkedIn, it would take you to those following pages. So there's a few more things here in settings. So themes here. So this is like your color bar here, kind of what your main logos look like, and different types of buttons. And down here it'll show you what that kind of looks like under those themes. So in an error message on this theme, it's going to turn the box red, and the success is going to be green, and then just if you haven't done anything with the box, it's going to be gray. As you can see, the same kind of things here. So let's select a little different theme here. We can see, well, that's another blue one. We can look at a darkly. See, that one turns the background black. And if we don't like that one, we want United, or let's just find something we like here. So we decide, hey, we kind of like Space Lab. We'll keep Space Lab. So we like that there. Now this is completely changeable at any time. Once you pick one, and save it, it'll change your whole site to that theme. So say we want to go back and we want to make it paper now. We'll save it as paper. And as you can see, it kind of makes things look a little different than what it did before. So we decide, yeah, paper is the one I want to go with, so we'll save that one. Alright, the last thing in your settings is your logo. So that's going to show up here where your question mark defaults right now, and all you have to do, you can either click into this and it'll bring up a search bar for you here, or if you wanted to, you could just bring up your folder here, and you can click here, and all I need to do is just drag, drop. Now I got my logo. Let me move this back here for me, and then if I save that, now we got it up here. So that's how you kind of get your overall look and kind of that back-end engine running, is in that settings stuff. All of this is always editable. You can go through and change it if you'd like, but it's all there in your settings. So to go further into seeing how to make this page look more how you want it to look, you can go into your pages here. So now, as you can see, we only got one page that we can edit right now, which is our home page. All these are going to be defaulted to what they look like, because auctions are going to automatically filter in by their start date and end date, and filter out by their end date. And that's how you get into these auction archives. The favorite auctions are filtered in by the user's favoriting auctions. A watch list is also how it's filtered in by the user. Either bidding on an item, it automatically gets put in their watch list, or they can just select to have it put into their watch list. Bid history, everything that that user has ever bid on in your auction site. Consigners, those are the different companies that maybe you are selling items for. You say you work with a car dealership, you can give them an account where they can add and edit items in their auction. Okay, so let's play with the home page a little bit. So now we see that all of this has already been automatically added in here since we decided to do this auction company. But say we want to make it look a little different and make it our own. So I come in here, I can edit this, say, like we said, we wanted to take out the house part. So we'll take out Justin's auction house and just make it Justin's auctions. So we will save that there. And then we say we want to center it, and we put it in the center there, and then in addition to that, we want to put it in its own box. So now we got it in its own gray box. So now I want current auctions to stay there, and but I also want to center that title there. But this is where you can add an auction list. Now this is something we didn't really go into, that this is a title, this is a title, this is an auction list here. Now, all of these things you can add into these boxes. Say you didn't just want those plain text. You have a sweet logo image that you want in there. You can add an image. You can add an image that when you click it links to someone. This is a title currently, which makes it bold. Regular text is just going to be just like it sounds, just regular text. And then you could add in a video if you'd like. You could add in a hyperlink. You could add in a document. So the document is formatted similar to a hyperlink, but instead of taking you to a website, it just downloads a PDF or a text file onto your computer. Now the auction list is what we're going to go into down here. So let's go look at this auction list. So we already know this is an auction list, and it's listed as current auctions. These are the different auction lists you can select from. So you have all of these. So we're going to keep this one current auctions, because we always want the auctions that are currently going on to jump to the top of our page on this one. So we'll select this one and we'll save it. And now I know as soon as the auction's time stamped, I know as soon as it goes live for bidding, it's going to get pulled into this current auctions page. So say I'm not having I don't really want people to see my recently ended auctions until the very bottom of my page. So I can, sorry about that. So as you can see, I accidentally moved the title down, but I really just wanted to move that up, and I wanted to move this whole thing down right here. So now you can see I moved recently ended auctions under upcoming auctions. So I'm going to take that one all the way down to the bottom because I just want people to see. Once they've ended, I just want them to see them at the end. I didn't really want that to be the next thing. So to make it look uniform, I want to move all these over, so I do that. And then as you can see, the little additional text here, this is just plain text right here. So say I want to change that to a different auction list. Let's see all my future auctions here. So I'll just put all, we'll just delete that part. Add an exclamation point for excitement. We'll just put all future auctions right there. We'll save that right there. And we can center that up too. And there we go. Now we have all the future auctions. So since we just did that and we didn't really want those ones, we can just go ahead and get rid of that one. And now we have that. So if we save this whole page and go to our home page now we see it like this. Say, well, I forgot to center that one, so I need to go back to pages here. It's as easy as going here and centering that up. And we can center that one up as well. Another thing that instead of bouncing all the way back to what we would call the front side, this is the administrative side. So if I'm referring to front and back side, the front means the side that a regular user could see, whereas the back side is an administrative view. So we could just go here on the back side and click preview and just kind of see what it looks like. As you can see, this page, it resizes to be whatever size screen you're using on. So let me go back and save this real quick. And now if I go home, now you can see it's a lot bigger because it resized to the screen I was using. So there's how you can edit your home page. Say we wanted to add a whole new page. Let's add a whole new page now. And we'll just call that, so it's easy as that, click page. Now say you wanted it to be a drop down like your auctions here. That would be a menu item. And then within a menu item you add other pages within the menu item. We'll do that one next. Right now we'll just do a regular page. And we'll just call it info. Just make an info page. And we want the info page to be green, and we want our logo to be, go find an eye somewhere here. There we go. We can use that eye there, and we'll save that. Now you can see we have an info page here. Now, say you want to put in some information there. All you need to do is add a row. And like we had talked about before, you can add in content. So we'll just say, we'll make this a big title, and we'll just say information. And we will save that, and we want to center that up. And say now we want to add in a few pictures and a video. Let's do 3 pictures on this row, so I added columns there as you can see. And we'll just do image, image, image. And then I like to go ahead and open all these up so that I can just go ahead and drag and drop in there quickly. So I'll just do that. We'll do a car, and then we'll do a truck. And then we'll do a tractor. And then as you can see, they're all pushed to the left right now. We want to center these up. Say I want the tractor in the middle for some reason, I'll throw it over there like that. And then I want them all to be in their own individual gray boxes. I can click them like that. Or say I want to make them bigger. I'll say large, and then I want to save that. But these are only going to get as big as the image will allow that you pull. So this image was just a little thumbnail pulled off the internet, so we won't be able to get any bigger than this. So we'll go ahead and switch that back to small. And we'll put that box back around it. Well, not that one. We'll put it around that one. Yeah, there we go. So, and then if we want to add a video, so say I want to add a video and I want to make it a big video. I'm going to do a video here, and these videos have to be either YouTube or Vimeo. So if I go here and I go to YouTube, I can either pull this link up here, or I can go down here and get this shared link here. I can click and get the embedded one. It doesn't matter. You can get any of them. So just to prove how easy it is, we'll go ahead and pull this one all the way up from the URL. And we'll throw it in here. Paste it in there, and then save it. Automatically embedded and resized in there. So now you have the video. I'm going to play right there. So say I'm good with that page. I want to save it. I can go check it out now. Everything's resized. I got my car, tractor, truck, information up here. Got my video here. So, and it'll play right there, or I can make it full screen. It doesn't matter either way. So, alright. So, after that, we'll show you how to just kind of add an auction here. So, to post to the front end for people to see. So well, first off, before we add an auction, we need to create a consigner. So let's create a consigner real quick here. So add a consigner, say I want to be the consigner. We'll make me the consigner here. Alright, now we've created this consigner here. We'll go into a little more depth here for the consigner page. So this is my general page. So this is, say you have a company come in that you're going to sell stuff for. So I'm going to say, hey Justin, you can come in here, you can change your name, you can change your address, and you can change all this information. This is just for, this down here, the commission rate, that is just for the auction company admins. So he won't have this edit part down here. He'll still be able to see this, but he wouldn't be able to see this edit part. But he can come in here and he can make his own default consigner page, where this is what defaults to. He can customize this. Say he wants to put in a bunch of really cool cars he's sold in the past. He can come in here, add a row, push that up. He wants that up at the top there, right under his name. He can just go, say he wants to add a couple pictures of stuff. He can go in here, click an image, put an image in here, and we can, that way he makes his site stand, his page stand out from the others. So put that. So now if he saves that, now he has that within his custom consigner page. Now say he has a partner that he works with all this stuff, but they don't want to make two separate consigners because they just want it to be under one name for marketing purposes. So he wants him to be able to come in here and do some work. He could come in here and add them by their, once they registered as a user, they can add them to their admin privileges, and they can do that with as many people as they want. So now that we've added a consigner, let's go back and start building that auction again. So we'll add an auction. We'll name it car, truck, and tractor sale. comma in there, make it look good. And then this is just kind of the image that you want people to first see when when they click into your sale. So that can be any type of image. It could be just a picture of a tractor. It could be the custom banner you have made. So let's go in there. I have a banner from a different sales site that we will use, and this is for 4-H animals. So we'll throw that in there, and we can see that this one's kind of been made for our farm and then another person's farm for a sale we're going to have. Now, say we don't want that, we can remove that and we could put in the tractor if we wanted to, and that would pop up just that tractor just that way. So either really works because it's going to have the title underneath it, but we'll put in this banner for now. So this is something that is where you're going to decide what type of auction you're going to have. So say you are going to have a racehorse style auction. That's a style auction where everything is on the same timer. So there's this thing called a high water mark in an auction where if an item, in an online auction, if an item gets bid on in that auction, every item in that sale, in a racehorse style sale, is going to bounce back up to what's called that high water mark. So say that's set at 5 minutes. Once all that timer drops below 5 minutes, every time a bid gets taken in, it's going to jump all those timers right back up to 5 minutes. Every single time a bid happens after that timer drops below 5 minutes. Now, in a staggered style ending, it's very similar, but each item is on its own timer. So only if that one individual item gets bid on will it jump back up to that high water mark, or with the example we were using earlier of 5 minutes. So bounce back up to 5 minutes. Whereas the other items in that sale could end potentially if they don't get bid on. Now, listing only, say you just want to do some advertising. Say a car dealership comes to you, they still want to host their own auction, but you say, well, I have an option for you. I can post your catalog on my auction, but and still advertise your auction on here for a fee. So say they call you and they want to do that. All you need to do is select a listing only. So we'll go ahead and we'll build a listing only right now. So then all you'll need is a URL here. So say we'll just send them to Google for right now for examples. So that's our URL it's going to take it to. And it's going to start, we'll say it starts today at, we'll say 1:25 p.m. and it ends today at 8 p.m. And we can decide, since this is a listing only, it'll just be, depending on what they tell you. You can either put 0 because you're not the one auctioning things off, but if they tell you they're having a 10% buyer's premium, it's probably good for advertising purposes that they have that you have that on your site as well. And then we say we're just going to be selling cars in this auction. Well, we added a tractor in. We can put that in there as a category. Our consigner is going to be Justin here. Say the stuff is going to be at a different phone. The cars and tractors are going to be at a different phone number, a different address, different state even. We can fill out this information here. Or we know Justin has them all. We can just click that. Fills out all that information for us. So these are these blanket terms and conditions that you can put in there. So we'll just put test, terms, and conditions. And then we can save that auction. So now, nobody but us on the administrative side can see this auction right now. But this is all its basic information right here. As you can see, it's a listing only, when it starts, how many lots have been published, which we won't have any lots in a listing only. But that'll be more evident on the front side when I show you there. So that's all that basic information there. So this is another thing. So say this is going to pop up under the banner of the auction once somebody clicks into it. So say you want some more information there. You want to put in a video. Let's see if we have that video still saved. Hey, yeah. So we'll just paste that video link right back in there. Now that'll be there. So let's save that. We want to see a preview. That's what it's going to look like. Okay, cool. So on here you have invoices and settlements. This is where you're going to be able to see the invoices from the sales if you were to post an actual catalog. Now in this listing only, you're posting a catalog for someone else, so more than likely you're not going to be handling the invoices and settlements. So these aren't going to be very necessary in a listing only. So now, so the public can see the auction pushed out to the public, we'll go ahead and publish it. And now we get this green box saying our auction was saved. So now let's go over back to the home. Now we can see that our auction has been pushed. And it's a current auction. We click into it. We see where our video was added. We can go in and this will send us right to Google because that's the URL we put in there. Because it's the demo site, it's not going to take us anywhere right now. But if you had a site in there, it'll push you to whatever URL you use. So I hope this presentation was helpful for setting up your site. And if you have any questions or need anything from us at W2 Auction Solutions, feel free to let us know at any time. Thank you.